Tuition Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Simply put, trade is the act of buying and selling. We have types of trade. We have the home trade and the foreign trade. The home trade is divided into retail and wholesale. The foreign trade is divided into import, export, and entry-port. Let's start with the retail trade. What are examples? We have hawkers, we have street traders, we have kiosks, and we have marketers. Examples of wholesale: we have chain stores, we have departmental shops, we have supermarkets, and we have variety stores. Retailing is a business activity of selling goods and services to the final consumer. Who is a retailer? A retailer is a person that deals in retailing business. He buys goods, in particular, from the wholesaler and sells to consumer in units. He sells in small quantities to consumers. 2. He provides after-sales services. For example, the Malam kiosk beside your house. You could go get matches whenever you are in need of it, despite he has closed from the shop. He grants credit facilities to consumers. There are some times that you might want to buy pure water and you don't have your 5 naira change with you. You just tell the retailer, I'll come back to give you money. That is why we say he offers credit facilities to consumers. 5. He stocks varieties of goods. When you get to any retailer shop, you see varieties of goods. He gives advices to individuals, that is, the consumer. Retailers sell in small units or in bits. 2. Business locations are not far away from consumers' house. You see them nearby your door. When you go out of your corridor, you see them there. So you go get whatsoever you need at any time. 3. He stocks in a shop mainly consumer goods, that is, consumable goods. What you need from time to time, that is what you get mostly in their shops. It involves low business cost. 2. It requires small capital. 3. It gives employment opportunities. 4. Long hours of operation. Disadvantages: we have low profit, we have poor competition, lack of economics of scale, and finally, inadequate capital. 1. Because of insufficient capital, improper bookkeeping of transaction. 3. We have lack of technical knowledge. 4. No advertisement of whatsoever they are selling. And finally, goods are not insured. So whenever there is any risk at hand, they take charge of that because they don't insure whatsoever they are selling. Modern trading in retail involves branding, self-service, after-sales service, vending machine, repackaging, and credit card. Wholesale is a business activity that involves buying in large quantity from the producer and selling in smaller quantity to retailer. So they are in between the producer and retailer. They perform function to the manufacturer or the producer, and they perform function to retailer. One of the function is bulk breaking. They buy in large quantities. 2. They help to finance the business activity. 3. They disseminate information to retailers and possibly consumers. 4. They perform warehousing function. And finally, they perform advertising function. 1. They provide transportation services. They disseminate information to them. They give them advices. they offer them credit facilities. And lastly, they link retailer and producer together. We have the merchant wholesaler and the agent wholesaler. Merchant wholesaler buy and sell goods in their own name account. And when we talk about agent wholesaler buys goods with the purpose of wholesaling and retailing of goods to other people like the retailer and the consumer. They could be in form of broker, auctioneer, and selling agents. When we talk about foreign, that is outside your country. Foreign trade is otherwise known as international trade, which involves exchange of goods and services within two or more countries. What are the types of foreign trade we have? We have the bilateral and the multilateral. The word bi simply means two. Multi means more than two. So now you understand the meaning of bilateral foreign trade and multilateral foreign trade. Because we have uneven distribution of natural resources, that is why you see that Nigeria will trade with America. Because there are some things we don't have that Americans have. That is foreign trade. We have differences in climatic condition too. Differences in technology. 4. Desire to improve standard of living. That is one of the major reasons why we get ourselves involved in foreign trade, to improve the standard of living of populace, of masses in our country. And finally, to expand the product market. One of the advantages of foreign trade, it leads to international specialization. It increases market output of goods and services. 3. It increases the standard of living. 4. It brings about availability of goods and services. And it fosters relationship amongst countries. One of the disadvantages is it encourages dumping. What is dumping? Dumping is an act whereby a foreign country comes to your own particular country to dump one of the products that they know it's of no use. It has no economic value in their own country. They come to our own particular country to dump it. That's one of the basic disadvantages of foreign trade. It encourages dumping. 2. It affects infant industry. When we say infant, it means baby. That is industry that are just growing up. If we encourage foreign trade to an extent, it will kill the morale and strength of infant industry in a particular economy. 3. It leads to exploitation. And finally, importation of dangerous and harmful goods. For example, cigarettes. We have distance. Distance is a major barrier in foreign trade. If I want to negotiate business with somebody in America and there is need for us to see, traveling from here in Lagos to America is highly costly, and that is why we said distance is a barrier in foreign trade. Government policy is also a barrier. Different language and custom is also a barrier. When we say balance of trade is the totality of goods and services that was bought and sold in a particular country within a period of time. This could be visible and invisible. And when we talk about balance of payment is a comprehensive financial statement of a particular country comparing with other countries of the whole world. We have 3 components of balance of payment. We have the current account, we have the capital account, and finally the monetary movement.
Future Quality e-learning experience